Oh wow, Anna Wintour has just banned Meghan Markle and Prince Harry from the Met Gala.
Anna Wintour just slammed the door in Meghan Markle's face. The Met Gala invites went out. Harry and Meghan's names? Not on the list. And honestly, the story of how they got here is so much messier than the headline. Here's what actually happened. The May 4th Met Gala. This year's theme is costume art, and the invitations have been sent. According to reporter Paula Froelich of News Nation and the Scoop Substack, Meghan and Harry did not make the cut. Now, on the surface that sounds surprising. This year's co-chairs include Bianca and Venus Williams, two women who have at least loose connections to Meghan's social circle. You would think that would give her a foot in the door, but it did not. And the reason why comes down to one woman, Anna Wintour. Wintour, the global editorial director of Vogue and the person who co-chairs this gala alongside those women and Nicole Kidman, has never warmed to Meghan. And I mean never. Despite being polite to her face, there was that awkward hug at the Balenciaga show in Paris last year that everyone saw behind closed doors. Sources tell Paula Froelich that Wintour's patience has now run out entirely. Wintour never gave Meghan an American Vogue cover. That alone should tell you something. Then came the 2022 British Vogue cover negotiations, and this is where the relationship curdled for good. Meghan reportedly went into those discussions demanding editorial control, a global cover, and a direct Zoom call with Wintour herself. The talks collapsed. Wintour walked away thoroughly unimpressed. As one source put it, nobody gets that. Not even Bianca. So before Meghan had shown up uninvited to a single fashion event, she had already torched the most important relationship in the industry by overplaying her hand in a negotiation she did not have the leverage to win. Then came Balenciaga's Paris fashion show last autumn. Meghan was not originally on the guest list. She reportedly pushed for a ticket, and the Balenciaga team more or less confirmed it later. She arrived late, everyone already seated, walked in with a large entourage, dressed in white while the men around her were all in black. She then worked the room looking for someone to attach herself to on camera. She found Wintour. Double kiss. You look fabulous, darling. And that was it. Insiders described the whole entrance as tone deaf. Wintour noticed every second of it. But the fashion world shutting the door is only one part of this story, because Hollywood was already doing the same thing. A damaging Variety investigation had detailed growing disenchantment with the Sussexes across the industry. Then, suspiciously quickly, a Vanity Fair piece appeared painting a warm and optimistic picture of their lives and ambitions. Industry insiders widely read it as a plant from Meghan's PR team, a damage control piece dressed up as a profile. The problem is that the piece glossed over some very inconvenient facts that people in those circles already knew. Netflix passed on their Cookie Queens documentary. The same company that once invested $60 million into them now wants nothing to do with her lifestyle brand as ever. Archewell Productions, their production company, is reportedly down to 2 full-time staff members, and their charitable foundation shut down entirely last year. And no Vanity Fair piece, however carefully placed, changes what people inside the industry already know. So how do you respond when your Hollywood reputation is disintegrating in real time? Apparently, you engineer a Kardashian controversy and then make it worse. Lead sponsors Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanzhez, both deeply embedded in that Los Angeles celebrity world, are said to have soured on the Sussexes following what is now known as the Kardashian photogate incident. Photos were taken the night before the United Kingdom's Remembrance Day. The Sussexes reportedly pressured the family to scrub those images from social media. That alone was an overreach. But then they went further. Sources say they put out a statement essentially blaming the Kardashians for breaching what they described as a legally binding contract. Except no such contract existed. Khloe and Kim Kardashian publicly contradicted their entire account of events. The story fell apart in front of everyone. Bezos and Sanzhez watched it happen. That was the Sussexes' first real golden ticket into that top-tier celebrity circle in America, and they burned it themselves over a story they invented that got fact-checked in public by the very people they tried to blame. And here's the part that really shows where they are at. The same week all of this is swirling, Meghan posts a ski video, a private holiday nobody knew about, nobody was covering, no paparazzi anywhere near it. Harry and Archie on the slopes. She captioned it, my boys. Quick learner Archie, so proud. It looks warm and spontaneous, except it landed 3 days after Harry gave a very public speech about the dangers of Meta, the digital harms to children, and the importance of online privacy. Harry was on a stage scolding people. Then his wife uploaded private footage of their children to Instagram, which is owned by Meta. The hypocrisy is so clean, it almost looks deliberate. And the timing, right as the Frolic exclusive was gaining traction, felt to a lot of people like a redirect. Look at the ski trip. Do not look at the Met Gala ban. Do not look at Netflix. Do not look at the foundation shutting down. Meanwhile, the Easter marketing email also happened, because of course it did. Rather than any kind of genuine message for Good Friday, Meghan sent out a promotional email for her lifestyle brand. The pitch was this: set the table in color, spend an afternoon decorating eggs together, a bowl of dye, a dozen eggs, a little whimsy. It becomes less about the outcome and more about the time spent side by side. Egg dyeing advice, sold to you by a woman who has publicly fallen out with her father, her half-siblings, a string of former close friends, and a royal family. The self-awareness required to position yourself as a warm domestic guide while your actual relationships tell a completely different story. It is something else entirely. Now here's what makes all of this land differently. It is not just critics saying it anymore. The people who built their American reputation are saying it too. Jack Royston of Newsweek spent years as one of the most reliable voices in their corner. He wrote for their narrative, defended their decisions, gave them the benefit of the doubt repeatedly. And recently, on a podcast with Tom Sykes, he said something remarkably blunt. He described watching Harry's Meta speech and feeling like the couple was screaming into a vacuum, that no one in America really cares anymore. Then he did the math. Their success era, from signing Netflix in September 2020 through roughly 2022, lasted about 2 years. Their flop era, which he dates from the aftermath of Spare in 2023, has now been running for 3 years. The decline has outlasted the peak, and this is coming from a man who used to write puff pieces about them for an American audience. When your own advocates start doing the arithmetic publicly, the story has shifted in a way that PR cannot fix. With the royal family, they were not supported enough. With Spotify, same story. With Netflix, sources have been quietly seeding the narrative that the platform held them back, did not do enough, failed to deliver on their vision. It is the exact same complaint, applied to every single institution or relationship that has ended. There is never a moment of accountability, never a version of events where their own decisions contributed to the outcome, and the people who once believed them, who defended the Oprah interview, who accepted the racism allegations at face value, have started looking at the actual record. Archie became a prince when King Charles took the throne. Lilibet became a princess. Harry knew that. Which means significant parts of what was said in that interview fall apart the moment you check the facts. The Cookie Queens documentary did not get made. The foundation is gone. Archewell is running on skeleton staff. Netflix passed. Hollywood is tired. Wintour is done. Bezos and Sanzhez moved on. The Kardashians called them out publicly. And the journalist who championed them longest just told his audience that being hated in Britain might actually have been better than being ignored in America. That is the full picture. Not just a Met Gala snub, a pattern of burned bridges and closed doors. The invites went out. The names were not on the list. And based on everything we just covered, that is not an accident. It is an outcome. If you are not subscribed yet, hit that button now and turn on notifications. This story keeps moving and we are breaking it down every step of the way. See you in the next one.